Simpson stated the importance of technology in the classroom in the 2009 issue of Social Education when he wrote, "Young people are fascinated by technology, and teachers who find ways to convert their students' favorite devices into vehicles of instruction can look for exciting results." This statement is most true in the social studies classroom, in which students have a hard time making connections or finding the motivation to learn about things they do not feel are important or have an impact on them. The introduction of technology into the classroom makes the topics of discussion more engaging and motivates students where there was no motivation before. One such technology that engages students and can provide ample learning for the younger generations is that of video games, particularly through the use of online gaming simulations. Gaming in the classroom has many potential benefits for students in the areas of knowledge transfer, motivation, and self-efficacy, mindfulness, self-monitoring, and metacognition, as well as assessment and feedback. Gaming teaches and encourages students how to transfer knowledge through complex and interactive problem solving that provides an active learning environment that is goal-oriented and set in a relevant context, requiring players to make choices about actions promoting self-regulated learning while providing levels of scaffolding through providing players with hints and/or coaching when needed. Gaming can raise engagement and motivation by playing to student emotions. As Thompson points out, students are able to relate to topics of discussion when they are able to make emotional connections to information presented, which will in turn create new pathways to categorize and store information learned. The storylines in many games allow for emotional engagement in which players can identify with and empathize with characters, which in the case of students at CBF is a new skill we try to teach them as well. Through challenges provided in video games, players learn how to learn and approach new tasks. Through coaching while ensuring players keep track of events that take place in the game as well as important information that will be used later in complex problem-solving situations. Finally, gaming provides students with an opportunity to receive feedback immediately and on an ongoing basis throughout the game, giving players multiple chances to practice new skills in order to master them while giving much-needed feedback for players to reflect upon while playing. In order to show the positive effect of gaming and simulations in the education setting, I am looking to pilot the use of the election simulation in learning about the Electoral College and election process, just as Moore, Beshke, and Bowen did in their study in 2014. The gaming simulation provided through elections makes students create a political candidate running for office and also involves students making campaign choices for their candidate, causing an emotional connection between the player and student and the game and information being processed as players move through the game. In this simulation, decisions made by players affect other players or computer-generated candidates, as well as the player themselves, and allow students to construct knowledge of elections and the election process by reflecting upon and reacting to decisions that were made at various stages, as well as the feedback that is provided. Online gaming and simulations allow students a different way to learn. Instead of listening to a general lecture or participating in a class discussion, students are able to immerse themselves in the learning process through the games while making emotional connections to topics presented throughout the gaming experience. For our students, this is a new way of learning and will require them to practice this type of learning. However, the increased levels of engagement and learning that students will gain from this experience will outweigh the costs in the end. Students will see connections and values in learning social studies topics and will be more prepared to be well-informed and equipped citizens of the United States because of the educational experiences provided through gaming and simulations such as elections.